Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is about one of the most unique Euphorbia, known as Euphorbia stellata, which is native to Eastern Cape of South Africa, to be exact, in Port Elizabeth. Over a year ago, I have made a video and introduced this beautiful succulent. I gave you all the detail about it, but today I'm going to show you a differences between a seedling plant and a cutting plant. Perhaps you saw this on about last video that I have made about over a year ago. It is in the background, but it's smaller, but now it's growing. And this is another one that is growing. But this one is the one that we are going to work with and transplant it to a very beautiful, nice ceramic pot and expose the codex, even though this plant does not enjoy too much to have the codex out of the soil. They generally love to have the codex bare in the soil. That is how the codex start growing. I have mentioned in that video to you that a stellata is similar to Medusa head. This is a Medusa head. See, the structure is about the same, but there is lots of differences. Perhaps it is necessary for all of you to go back to a year and a half ago, perhaps, to see the detail about stellata and also detail about Euphorbia flanagari or Medusa head. They both are very unique and good, but this one is very rare and sometimes hard to find. As you see, there are lots of beautiful flowers that has been growing, and generally the flowers grows on the top of the needles, exactly in the center of both needles. I hope you see it very clearly. You see right here, right here. And these are the flowers that is greenish yellowish color, and they turn to be a seed, which you see right here when they pollinate it. Pollination of these seeds are a little difficult. Perhaps you cannot use the brush. You have to use some other technique, such as the long needle of other cacti or something sharp to pollinate it. You cannot use the metal. Now, as you see the structures of the needles on the leaf of this stellata, very unique. Each one has two needles, and they are having about a quarter inch, perhaps less, distance between each needle, and the flowers, as I have said, grows right on the middle, on the top of the needle. Since this plant is in full flower, I have to be very careful when I'm transplanting it, simply not to lose the flowers and halfway growing seed like that. This is the pot that I have chosen. Stellata is a very strong and heat and drought tolerant type of succulent. They really do not enjoy to be watered during the winter time since they are in the pot. But in the nature, the codex is buried inside of the pebbles and it is not exposed. So when the rain comes, generally they can cope with it and they handle it very well. Most of the succulents plants, they can handle the natural rain, but when it comes to watering during the winter time when it's cold, in a very compound environment like a pot, they are not happy. So we have to follow their request. Also, the soil you use for this obviously is not the soil that they are in the nature. The soil in the nature is very, very rich, high quality of mineral, and definitely good soil. That's why some of this plant grows very large codex when you pull them out of the soil, and they are very unique and beautiful, and they have a lots of flowers and they have a lots of seeds in nature in Eastern Africa. But when we have it in the house, they are not performing as they do in the nature, but we do the best to keep it in a very good, closed environment that the plant be very happy. For that reason, I have a pot that has 5 different holes. As you see, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the big one in the center. See? And the pot is well designed for drainage. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it about some good drainage with pumice. So when you water it, the water can pass through very easily. This is approximately half an inch of the pumice. Now, what I do, I'm going to bring the soil, which is very soft, and I have a number 2 perlite. Generally, perlites has numbers. Number 2, number 3, number 5. So number 2 is the finest. That keeps the root and codex to be in a very nice, comfortable environment. Now, after I got this ready, What I'm going to do, I'm going to give the plant a little bit of a fertilizer, which is 14, 14, 14. Generally, this plant loves a lot of potassium. But 14, 14, 14 has all three, and they are very good nutrition for this type of the plant, high-end plants. Now, I'm gonna take this out of the pot and show you exactly how I am going to transplant it. You see, there is lots of purple here. This is for the purpose of growing a bigger calyx. Now, as you see, the calyx is exposed right there. I hope you'll be able to see it. Right there. Now, the best way to take it out, we gotta get this out of here. And slowly move it out. See, right there. Now, this is the calyx. Very beautiful. Look at that. This is not a young plant. It is very gorgeous. And as I told you, this is seedling, means the plant has been grown from seed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean it up good. If you bear with me, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to get these roots out. See that? Since this plant has a very flat leaves, and I want to wash this calyx to be shown nicely, if I plant it later on, it would be very difficult for me to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some water with a little bit of the sulfur to sterilize it, meantime washing the calyx and then replant it. I'll be back for a second. Now, I'm trying to clean the calyx and take all this soil out. This is water with a little bit of a sulfur, which is antibacterial. And this is a toothbrush, which is clean for this purpose. So I am cleaning a portion of the calyx that does not have a root to expose it. very beautiful. As you see, as I clean it, it becomes more wider, and the clear skin. In another word, we're giving him a shower. See? Right here. The codex is nice and neat. And then I'm going to get this soil out. See? And sterilize the root. Some of the roots are not very much good. I try to get this area clean. See? Now, I'm gonna clean up here and show you the last part of the planting. Now, as you see, I am using a portion of the original soil that the plant was in it. And then I add up more soil around the codex. As you see, I have covered enough soil and cleaned up the codex and exposed the codex. 2/3 of the codex is out. And now the last part I'm going to do to give it a dressing around the codex. So this is how it's going to be look like from now on. And the codex is very beautifully shown. And I was very cautious with the flowers. As you see, nothing moved. I didn't damage any of the flowers and the little tiny seeds that perhaps is not seeable, and there is not too many of them. So after I put the dressing around the codex, I'll show you the finishing part, and then I will speak to you about how to propagate it. 2 ways you propagate this plant, either with leaves, which is known as cutting, or either with the seeds by propagating, by pollinating the flowers and get a seed, which is a little bit challenging. So let me go ahead and finish it and show you the finished product. So I have completed transplanting this beautiful Euphorbia stellata, and I have put good enough layer of the gravel on the top. So this is how it looks. As you see, this is a complex codex because the plant was propagated by cutting. This is the one that was in this 6-inch square pot. Now there are massive leaves on the top, but there are some leaves like this one that is burned, and this one and this one. I'm going to eliminate them and clean up the pot nicely. So first we go for this one. We got this one first, right there. And then we go for this one right here. We got this one out too. You have to be very careful when you do this kind of operation. This one is the third one. I got it out. See? Now the plant has more beauty because all the dead or burned leaves are eliminated. There is one more here, which we gotta find the source. It's right here. So we get this one out too. See, right there. We're not gonna do that. I told you earlier that I'm gonna show you how to propagate the leaves. When you do those leaves, you gotta get a plant like that. But the other one is technically seedling. So this is another one that we're gonna eliminate. So let's find the source. Is right here. We got this one out too. So now, as far as the leaves that's supposed to be out, we took them all out. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to eliminate some of the leaves that they are long and make the plant a little bit more organized and give them a little bit more beauty. So I'm gonna get this one from here out to make a nice looking head, which is right here. And this one right there. So as you see, they are look very nice. I'm gonna do the same process. Clean up the calyx with water and sulfur. Expose it nicely. Get the debris out. If you have any soil or if you have any perlites, get them all out. See? This is the continuation of those cutting, but I'm gonna get them as much possible out to add more into the beauty of the plant. Now, this is how it looks like. So it's ready to go to be potted. Let me get this soil out of the way. And put this one so this is the pot we're going to put it in. I don't know if it is this one pretty or that one pretty, so I think this is more room, but this is more prettier. So I'm gonna go with this one and put some pumice, and after I pot it, I'll show you the rest. Now, if you remember the beginning of this video, this plant was in here. I transplanted and I got all of this cutting out, as you see, which I'm gonna plant them. I'm gonna cut them, organize them, and plant them. And this is the finishing product. It's very beautiful. So this one originally was planted by cutting. The other one, which you saw in the beginning of the video, is the seedling. The differences is multi-calyx, as I showed you on this one, and that one is a single calyx. This one also start blooming, so we're going to get some seed out of it. However, I hope you enjoyed it. This is a very informative video about Euphorbia stellata. Thank you for watching. This is really a good technique to learn how to transplant beautiful and valuable succulent. This type of succulent with this age does not come around very easily. Please take care of it. If you have any question, leave me a comment. Share this video with your friends, relatives, the one who loves succulent. Also, like the video, please, and share your thoughts about what I did. At the end, I wish you all the best. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your time watching my video. I greatly appreciate it. Until next, bye now.